When we want to override the passive function of your willpower, what we are going to do is impregnate the female. Yes, we are going to impregnate the girl. Sounds cool? Yeah, let's do it. The willpower secret, how to take action. So I would love to say it's going to be effortless for you, but that would be a lie. Because it's going to be even better than effortless. And now, if you still want to believe the comfortable lies the mainstream have told you, then yeah, you are not welcome here. You can click off the video and let's get right into the secrets without you. So, first of all, what is willpower? Willpower is one of the many faculties of the mind, and it's divided into two main functions, okay? So, the first one, male, active, conscious, and the second one, female, passive, and subconscious. So, yeah, it's the yin yang in this bitchy Sersky, because everything in this universe is dual. Think of black and white, male or female, big or small, and so on and so on and so on, okay? So you won't find any examples of anything that ain't dualistic in this universe, because simply for something to exist, it has to have an extreme opposite of it. So every passive outcome of your willpower, where you just do things without any thought, has been originally an active use that now is being run on autopilot. And that's where all of your problems come from, really, okay? Because I'm sure you can relate with this, where you try to do something and feel like snapped back into your identity level and so on. Like you try to work out, and then what happens is you don't work out when you are back to doing, like, I don't know, scrolling or just not working out. It's whatever. Because personally, I see you not doing whatever it is that you wanna do as a problem. Because you should be able to say that, okay, I want to work out, and then work out. But here's the problem. You use the active function of your mind to program yourself into bad behaviors that you now despise. So, you know, people are telling you, oh, it's not your fault, bro. It's not your fault. But it is your fault. It's all your responsibility. And I'm not saying this in a way for you to start self-pitying. I'm saying this just so you realize that you have all the power over yourself waiting inside of you to awaken and change your life. Because you having a specific desire in your mind, you have this desire for a reason, right? You were granted this desire from the source. Vroom. So you fulfill it. That's your mission, that's your purpose. And I want to help you with doing so, okay? Because I've been there where I had crazy dreams and tried to fulfill them, but then I was getting snapped back into the identity level and so on and so on. So I don't want you to suffer for no reason. If I knew what I'm going to present to you right now, I would be where I'm at way quicker. So that's why my main goal is to supercharge your journey to the fulfillment of your desires. So every passive outcome of your willpower, where you just do things without any thought, has been originally an active use that now is being run on autopilot. That's very important to understand, and here is why. When we want to override the passive function of your willpower, what we are going to do is impregnate the female. Yes, we are going to impregnate the girl. Sounds cool? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, now here's the deal, okay? The active function creates, changes, or destroys, whereas the passive function carries on the work given to it by the active function of the mind. So the passive function of the mind obeys orders and suggestions from the active side of the mind. That's why I said we want to impregnate the girl, the female, which is a subconscious, through the proper use of your conscious mind, which is male electric thought. Nigga. And your heart is the feeling, the subconscious, which is the female. Yin and yang in this bitch. So Check this out. So as I mentioned before, your mind has two parts to it. The active part, the conscious part, starts habits and gives them energy. The passive part just keeps those habits running on autopilot. The active part can also stop an old habit and replace it with a stronger new one that takes over. So this is essentially what will turn something you want into something you do on autopilot, okay? That's the beauty of this approach. It's been tested, nigga. And that's what we are going to focus on. Woo! Once you start a thought or an action, it keeps rolling and rolling and rolling on autopilot until something stronger replaces it. And by something stronger, I mean the active, deliberate, conscious use of your will to impregnate the female. The more you repeat, the harder it is for you to stop. And that's why habits feel powerful. Sometimes even more powerful than you. Because basically, habits equals momentum. And momentum is one of the most powerful laws of the universe. And that's the exact reason why there are billionaires sitting on a yacht drinking champagne and still getting richer and richer and richer. Because of the momentum they built before. So we are going to abuse this very mechanic so you get what you want. Ta-da! So let's break that bitch down, okay? Let's go. The will is the outward materialization of your I am. And what it means is that what you do effortlessly is in alignment with what you identify as. So here's an example. A man says, I am strong, I am able to lift up a rock, I am able to bench press your grandma. And with enough emotion behind it, he will become a bodybuilder. Strong, stretching, stretching, stretching. And as long as getting strong is his true desire, he will get it easily. Now the question is, what is your true desire? And it's of utmost importance to answer that very question, because your ego, your conscious identity, holds the sword of will and automatically creates a psychological discomfort when you act out of alignment with what you identify as. So we want to take advantage of this, okay? So this psychological discomfort doesn't show up as worries, but it will be the thing that really pushes you towards doing things that you wanna do. Simple, bro. And you probably won't believe what I'm about to say because you've been psyoped. But here's the truth. Your will is already strong enough. You don't build willpower. That's stupid. And what you do instead? You train your mind to listen to it. And of course you won't be perfect. You are going to fail sometimes. We all do, because we human beings are divided into having the lower nature, the animalistic nature, and our higher nature, which is more aligned with spirit than the physical, right? So you are going to fail anyway, sometimes, but the name of the game is not to fail at all, but to fail less. Because in life, it's not really about being the perfect individual. It's about being more perfect than others. Because life is competition, and you may not like it, but that's the fucking truth, nigga. So you don't need to be perfect, you don't need to be the best, you just need to be better than others. Meaning you can fail, but you just fail less than others because you have such a knowledge for you not to fail that much. Once you make that connection, your action move with the full power of the I am. So now the most important question you're probably thinking right now is, how do I change the I am? And that's what we are going to cover in the next upcoming video. So like, subscribe, comment, do whatever, and see you in the next one. It's going to blow your mind as usual.